Hi everyone. I am getting you up on my computer. So let's see, there we go. All right. So first of all, I need to apologize for last week. I was struggling big time with getting the live to work. So I appreciate you guys coming on back today. So why don't you go ahead and say hi and pop me a couple of likes so that I know that we have someone on here and that things are working. All right, I'm going to go ahead here and we're going to start out. I'm just going to go over a few of the specials that are going on right now while others are trying to pop on here. So first of all, yesterday, today, and tomorrow is the seasonal sale. So, hi Robin. The seasonal sale is, it used to be called the online extravaganza, and they used to offer it over Black Friday, but they've kind of revamped things, and I think what they're doing this year is awesome. So things are on sale. All cardstock is 10% off, all ink pads are 15% off, and all dies from the annual catalog are 20% off. So lots of good things to be stocking up on, and people have really been taking advantage of that. So that's awesome. All right, so don't miss out on that because that ends tomorrow on the 18th. And then if you have a wish list of more than $75, what I would suggest is purchasing the starter kit, because you get $125 of product of your choice and you only pay $75. And if you join before the end of tomorrow, you can also include those inks, papers, and dies in your starter kit. So if you've got questions on any of that, give a call. And then the other thing is that the Eden's Garden bundle is still available as a it's not a pre-order, what are they calling it? Anyway, it's an early release, and then it will be in the annual catalog. I'm sorry, it will be in the mini catalog in January. But the paper, the two different papers, and the embellishments will not be. So, all right, that's all of that stuff. Now, I am going to move you over here. Right now you get to look at my ceiling. I get this all in place. All right, let's get things out of the way here. All right, so this is the first item that we're going to be making today. Hi, Donna. Okay, and this uses the Pretty Pillow Box dies. Now, a while ago, about a month ago, I held my Fall Fest with team member Colleen Curl, and this is one of the little gifts that they got. This container, so let me pull this off, this container right here is what this part of this die is designed to make. So making it the way it was planned makes this. I am going to switch things up. We're going to use this die in a different way to make this little box. All right, so let me get things where I need them. And where did I put my paper cutter? Right here. Okay, so first of all, I'm starting with a piece of cardstock, and this measures 5.5 by 7 1/4. And we're going to score this at 2 inches on all the sides. Okay. And this is going to make the box itself. So 2 inches all the way around. Okay. And then I'll grab my scissors, and I'm actually going to fold it here so you can see it a little bit better on the screen. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I am going to cut this right on the score line. And this is what's going to make the box. Okay, so we have it cut on those 4 score lines, and then what I want to do is just take and cut from the corner where I cut to this other score line. All right, like that. And we'll do that on all 4 corners. So did you guys all have supper already? Did you eat? We always wait and eat until after I'm done with the videos. We're kind of late eaters anyway. What'd you guys have for supper? I don't know what we're having. Dave does all the cooking in our house, so that's entirely up to him what we end up having for supper. Okay, now that we've got that, I am going to crisply fold this on all the lines. Hi, Donna. Oh, you haven't eaten yet either, and you're an hour later. What's going to be for supper tonight? All right, so folding this crisply on all sides. Okay, and then what I want to do is on these little triangular pieces, that's where I want to put the adhesive. And I have been finding that I am really loving the multi-purpose glue. I never used to use it very much, but I am using it all the time now. It works great for boxes and containers and things like that, but I'm also using it for all my cards too. Ooh, that sounds yummy, Donna. That sounds really good. Dave made an amazing beef barley stew the other day. Hi, Gail. It's one of my favorite things that he makes. It simmers all day long. So I'm hoping that maybe we'll just have leftovers of that tonight, because that sounds really good to me. Okay, so we've made that little box by putting adhesive on those triangles and just closing it up. Now I'm going to set this aside so that it'll dry real well, and we will start by making the rest of this. So I used some of the Kraft paper that is on page 10 of the catalog. Ooh, Sloppy Joe sounds good too. I love those. Dave is not a Sloppy Joe kind of guy. Not at all. But anyway, so I used the Kraft paper and I cut out 2 of these, okay? Now, there is not a die in this set that cuts out the circle. But if you have a 1/2-inch circle punch, that would work. Or what I did is with the all dressed up dies, there are these buttons. And so what I did is I ran it through just like that, and then I've got some buttons to use for another time on another project, but that worked out real well for me. Okay, so we've got those, and let me just get these things that we don't need back out of the way. Okay, now what I'm going to do, actually let me bring this back over. Okay, on this die, I think you guys can see, there's a line right here, and that's where it scores, okay? And so that is right here. And what I want to do is I want to take and cut from that score line straight down, okay? So let me show you what I'm talking about. Okay, so I have it on my paper trimmer. Actually, let's do it this way. Okay, so I've got the flat end right up here, okay? And then what I want to do is I want to just be able to peek and see this track right here. All right, and once I've got that, I'm going to come down and cut it. Okay, and then we'll flip it over and do the same thing on this side. All right, and then we'll do it with the other piece. Now, people have kind of been wondering about with the die itself, will it hold a gift card? It will not. It's pretty small. In fact, if I open this up, you'll see 3 Rolos fit in here. You know, so it is pretty small. But I think it's just adorable packaging. Okay, so we've got those 4 cut. Then the other thing that I want to do is I want to cut across here. Okay, so I'm just going to line this right up in the groove and cut those off like that on both of them. Okay, all that prep work is done. Let's get this out of the way. So then this is what we have. Okay, let me fold this on the score lines. All right, so we have those. And then, oops, I just lost my piece of paper. Oh, well. So I have some of the Blackberry Beauty designer paper. This had been on back order for quite some time. It's back in stock, you guys. And this paper is gorgeous. If you haven't gotten to really see it, and you know, they do the best they can do in the catalog, but it doesn't do them justice. Let's see, what are you asking, Donna? Let me scroll down for my comments. There's a circle die in Inspiring Canopy. Would that one be too big, I wonder? I don't know. About a 1/2 inch is what you're going to want. 1/2 to maybe 3/4 of an inch. That would do it. Okay, but anyway, here are the different papers. So there's gold in them. They're gorgeous. So really pretty. But I chose this print because I figured this is going to be for Thanksgiving, or yeah, for Thanksgiving. It's going to be a little table treat. And so with this, what I did, okay, right here. So if we look at this, okay, this part here, which is where we're going to put this designer paper, is from here up. So I have a piece, and this measures 2 inches by 4.5, and I'm going to set it right at that score line and run it through, and I'm going to do 2 of those. So by the magic of Facebook Live, here we go. All right, and then I'll get both of these back out. We're going to attach them on here. Now, if you look at it here, see how it doesn't quite fit? That's because it's turned around the wrong way. All right, so as you're doing it, watch for that. Okay, so and you can use, you know, the stamp and seal on this if you'd like, but like I said, I'm really finding that I'm really liking the strength of the multi-purpose glue and the fact that I've got some time to reposition it if I need to. So last time I came on and did a Facebook Live when it actually worked was right before we were leaving for my birthday cruise. We had a blast. It was just Dave and I. It was just a short 3-day cruise. It was wonderful. We had so much fun. We went to Nassau, and then we went to Coco Cay, which is their private island, and we had a blast in the water park and just at the beach area there. So much fun. And I want to thank you guys. I got so many cards. I mean, that was amazing, and well wishes on Facebook. So thank you to everybody. I really appreciate that. Okay, so I have both of those on there. And then next, I took some gold foil and I made this little scallop piece. And this comes from the Penned Flowers dies. So it's this piece right here. Okay. And so I just cut 2 of them out, one for the front, one for the back. And if, can't see it here very well, but right here is the other score line that's on here, and I wanted to be able to cover that up. So that's the purpose of this. So let me just, let's do it this way. So that score line is right here. So we'll go ahead and put some of this on. Plus, I think it just fancies it up by having this little gold trim on here. And yes, this gold foil piece is longer than I need, but I rather have it too long and trim it off than the other way around. Okay, and I'm gonna turn it this way, and then let's do this one. So I made quite a few of these little treat containers. We had a demonstrator event in September, and I made a bunch of them then, Christmas ones. I've made a few Halloween ones and took into work for people. I think they're just adorable. And then, of course, making them the way that they're actually designed. They're beautiful, too. Okay, next, I'm going to trim off the excess length here. Just like that. Okay. All right. Okay, so that's what we have. I'm going to bring our little box back over here. This. Okay, so we've got our little box, and what we want to do first of all is attach these together. So I'm going to put the glue on the bottom here and layer this right on top. Okay, and then I'm going to put glue here, and this is going to go down. But if you notice, as I set this down, do you see how the box is just a little bit smaller than what the bottom is? Okay, so when you put it down, you want to center it on there. Okay, like that, and then I'm going to push it on, and then we're going to go ahead and put some on the sides so that we'll attach on the front and the back. Okay, and then right here. All right, and I'm going to let that sit for just a bit, and we're going to work on the tag next. So let me just get that out of the way. Okay, so for this tag, I used the Kraft paper again, and then this die that's on the Pretty Pillow Box die set. Okay, and so with this, I'm going to do some embossing with gold. So I've got my Versamark, and I'm using the Time of Giving stamp set, and I'm going to use Thankful. Okay. And then we'll put our gold embossing powder on it. Okay, that looks good. Let me get this excess out of the way here. Okay. And then I'll get the heat tool out and we will get that embossed. Do you guys remember the first time you did heat embossing? I had never done it before, but when I did, I ordered this stuff for it when I first started and did my very first in-home party and did the embossing, and I was so impressed. I think heat embossing is one of the coolest things. Okay. So we've got that all gold and shimmery, all right? And then let's get our little box back here and the dimensionals. And we're almost done. But next we're going to use, and where did I just put it right here? We're going to use the gold shimmer ribbon. It's in the same suite with the Blackberry Beauty designer paper. Okay, I'm just going to tie a bow here. And every time I do a video and use the bow maker, I get lots of comments wondering, where did you get that bow maker? This is one that my dad had made. He's made many over the years, but super handy. Okay, so we've got the bow here, and then we'll get the mini glue dots. Oh, they're on here somewhere. There we go, I feel it. Okay. And then this is going to go right up here. And then I haven't decided what I'm going to put in here for little treats, but a little of the crinkle paper. This stuff I got at the dollar store, and I bet there is enough, or Dollar Tree I should say, I bet there's enough probably to do about 100 of them in one bag with this stuff. So there is the first one, using the Pretty Pillow Box die and using it in a different way. Hi Glenda. Okay, the second project, let me just clean up while I'm talking a little bit here. The second project that I'm going to show you is a really quick and easy one, but I think it's something that really gets overlooked in the catalog. So this is what we're talking about that we're going to make, and this holds a bunch of the little Hershey nuggets. And so these are the Kraft gift boxes, and it comes, there's 10 of them in a package. And it comes just like this. So it already has the window cut out of it, and then there's a window sheet on here. It already has all of the adhesive on it, so we're set. So we're going to stamp this here first. So let me just grab, come on here. All right, I'll grab this and put this out. Okay, so I am going to use the Sweet Little Stockings bundle. So the stamp set, I'm going to use the candy cane, the little pine needles, and then the to and from on this. So I've got Real Red ink, and I am only going to worry about the top of the box. So let me do this. Now you could stamp the whole thing, but for me, I just wanted just the top. I wanted to keep the bottom and the sides, the Kraft paper part. Okay, so I have folded those in, and let's start right here. let's see, this is the way I'm going to want it. So I am just going to stamp some of the candy canes partway off. I think it gives a better look when you do that rather than have everything right on, you know, all contained in the thing. So I've got that border done. Now I want to do the top and bottoms. So and kind of positioning it back and forth. And then we'll do this side. And we'll get one more. Okay. Next, I'm going to grab the real red marker. Just get this. And I want to color in every other. Okay, so that's how we get the red, and we would do that on all of them. And then for the white, I'm going to use a blender pen and the white, Whisper White Kraft ink, and just pick up a little bit of the ink and color that right on. Now you could use the white chalk marker too, but I found that that didn't give as bright of a white, and I was looking for bright white. Okay, so I would do that on all of those. And then I'm going to use that little pine bough and Mossy Meadow. Mossy Meadow ink pad. And we're going to do the same thing, just kind of scattering these around on here. Some on, some off. But I think doing this just really fancies up a simple craft box. I, in the past couple of years, started making, doing cutout decorated sugar cookies, and having a blast with that. But I thought this box, it would be perfect for putting a few of those in and giving as a gift. All right, so we have that all stamped. All right, so how do we assemble this? Well, first of all, I'm going to go ahead and fold it on the rest of those score lines. Oh, I have a little gift to give away. So some of the in color square gems, I will be giving this package away to anybody that shares this video or shares the Facebook, or I'm sorry, shares this Facebook Live or shares the YouTube video, which will be posted later. You'll get your name in a drawing, and I will do the drawing on Sunday, and one person will get these. All right. The last time I did a drawing, Anne was the winner of that drawing, so she got some of the holiday rhinestones. These boxes are pretty sturdy. It's a heavier weight craft paper, heavier than what I used on here. This is pretty thick. Okay, so I've got them scored on all of them, and then all that we're doing is peeling off the cover on the adhesive, and then just folding those covers up. Come on here. This size box also works great. Let me grab one here. To fit some cards right in it, a few cards and envelopes. So we know how we crafters tend to have stacks and stacks of cards, right? So this is a nice little gifty way of giving some of those out. Probably, I would say probably about 4 with envelopes would fit in here. Okay, so we're just sealing up each corner. Okay, just like that. So we did the bottom part and then the same thing on these top corners. And then it's going to close like this. And then I have, oh, what did I do with it? Let me do it right here. Okay, this little die, which is from the stockings die. That is part of the bundle, the Sweet Little Stockings stamp set and these dies. And so I'm using this little banner die. And let's see if this is enough paper to cut this out. It is. So let me just quick cut this out. I thought I had one cut already, but I do not see it in there. So let me just run this through. So we have this, and then I'm going to stamp the to and from in real red. And the to and from are 2 separate stamps, but I put them on here together. Okay, like that. And then I'm going to go back to the blender pen and the white ink. Where did I set my blender pen? Right there. Okay. And I just want to give this a little border right around the edges, just to make it pop a little bit. I think the white ink gets forgotten about so much, but I tell you, you can really make things pop by stamping and then coloring in with the white ink. Okay, so we have that. And then let's get another dimensional out. So obviously I would color this whole thing, but for right now, we're just doing this much of it, and I'm going to stick this on here. Then for the little chocolate nuggets that are in here, I used some of the designer paper, the Sweet Stockings designer paper, and with a simple little Hershey nugget, I'm going to put some of the glue and wrap it around here. So the designer paper here measures 1 inch by 3 inches, and that works great for wrapping around here. It's another great way to use up your tiny scraps of paper. Okay. And then let's go back to this one that's nearly finished. And so it will hold 4 rows of 4 and then 1 row of 3. So 23 little Hershey nuggets in the box. And you could, if you want, tie some ribbon around here to close it, but I like the way it looks just like that. So we have the little box made from the Kraft gift box, and this little container, oops, where's the one that has the stuff in it? This little container that used the pretty pillow box dies. So what do you guys think? Do you like those? So just don't forget about the ordering special that Stampin' Up! Has going on today and tomorrow yet. Hi, Wendy. And then if your wish list is $75 or more, the smartest thing to do would be to purchase that starter kit, and you get to pick out $125 worth of product for free, and you can tap into the special with the paper, ink, and dies. So again, I want to remind you, if you're interested in winning these, once I've posted this video, finished it up and posted it, if you share, and then, or on the YouTube video, if you share that. Also, for my YouTube video, if you want to make sure that you don't miss any of my videos, go to the YouTube channel, and it will, there'll be a spot there to subscribe. And by subscribing, anytime I do post something on Facebook, you will get notification, on YouTube, you will get notification of it, so that you won't miss anything. So I thank you guys for joining me tonight in my Stampin' Studio, and until we meet again, enjoy life, stamp something, and eat chocolate. Bye-bye.